Hey. Hey, y'all. Hey. How y'all doing? Hey. How y'all doing? Hey, Shale. Rosia. Hey, Leslie. Hey, Mike. Corey, Bobby Dell, Banjo, Stephen, Melinda. I'm good. Hey, Princess. All right, let's get into it. Welcome back to my channel. This is Adana, also known as the Afro Scene. And today I'm reading for the Beautiful Handsome Collective. Hello, Collective. Flowers, flowers, flowers. 2 more times. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Yes, 1 more time. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Yes. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell to book a private reading with me or to shop in my store. All that information is in the description box below. I'm excited. Because baby, I was watching, I was following a really well-known astrologer on X. Her name is Shawty Astrology. She's really good in her knowledge of astrology. And she made a post earlier about Jupiter being at the 29th mark. And we all know Jupiter is the energy of like expansion and things being like being blown up, like being really big or becoming really huge or gigantic in that kind of way. And that's what the truth, I think, is trying to Mercury, I believe. Don't quote me on that part. But I did catch that Jupiter was at 29th degree. And they said it was really good for juicy secrets coming out. So I have another read for y'all tonight. Okay. So channel message here is they use your traumas to hide their family secrets. Okay. So please keep in mind this is a collective read. But also keep in mind this read may be triggering. Okay. So if you see me pausing in between words, it's because I'm trying to find the word so that way it's not too triggering, okay? So let's tap into this. So channel message, they use your traumas to hide their family secrets, okay? Now, they didn't want to get exposed, so they had to do something when they realized that you spoke truth. So when you were young, you were very different from the rest of the family, the toxic family dynamic, right? You weren't one that told lies. It was just something very odd or just something off or just something completely different with you in regards to the truth that you spoke. And at the time when you were living with this toxic family as you were growing up, you weren't aware that they basically lied for a living, you know what I mean? So when things go, so when you were in certain situations, let's say you were outside playing with other kids of your age, you may slip up and say something truthfully in regards to what may have happened or transpired in the house. You know what I mean? But that was an example, but that parents may try to, you know, if they see you talking to another person, get over here. What are you doing? Get over here. Stop talking to them. That kind of way, like they kind of wanted you to be afraid of other people here. So what they did was they started to, so once they realized from since you were young that you always was spoke truth, no matter what they try to do to you, they chastise you, they put their hands on you, they drag you from to and fro, they did everything possible towards you here. Just because you spoke truth and it was just the way that you would present the truth, it was way too triggering for them. So because it was way too triggering, because your truth was way too triggering for them, they started to get you to turn into them by insulting you. So when you spoke the truth, they would try to counter attack that with a form of an insult. So let's just say an instance would be, I'm gonna just use the sky is blue. Best example, okay? You know, the sky is really clear out today. And they look outside. No, it's not. But you look at them like, yeah, it is. You don't see it. It's like clear. There's no clouds. There's a cloud over there. Like they're trying to kind of like insult your intelligence or more so kind of like gaslight you to make you feel like what you were saying was not true. So they started to insult you to get you to look at yourself as if you weren't telling the truth or as if you were imagining things. So then may have started to project at you. They may start to make you mad on cue, because that's what the whole idea was about anyways. They wanted you to be mad on cue. It was a setup, a deliberate setup to use you as a scapegoat for the family secrets, because you were fully aware as to what they were doing, and you were speaking up since you've been young. You've been speaking up in regards to what they have been doing, and that infuriated them. No matter how much truth you spoke, you got reprimanded for it very, very, very harshly. Very harshly. So because of how brash your truth is here, they wanted to use your traumas to hide their family secrets. They basically wanted to blame you for the reason why the family is the way that it is, trying to use your traumas to hide their family secrets. They wanted you to be the scapegoat, and it's not working out in that way. It's very elaborate in regards to how far they went to ensure that no one knew the type of things that they were doing to not only you and other people within the family. Like a lot of people, man, Spirit, a lot of people went through something with this family, toxic family, with supports and irresponsible. Every time this toxic family will go around other people, other friends, other groups, other family members here, they become irresponsible. They really do. They may do things that they shouldn't be doing, inappropriate things that they should not be saying. It's very uncomfortable every time people are around this toxic family dynamic. And they think it's okay because they come off as if they are know-it-alls. They come off as if these individuals are very into money, very driven by money. So they carry a facade that money is everything in their way or their point of view here. So because they have, I guess, whatever expensive car or a t-shirt or whatever the case may be, they use that as a form of a crutch to continue to enhance the supports of the irresponsibilities while they are around other people. They want people to support them being irresponsible, but the only way they can get people to support them in that way is if they can get people to see them, like approve them from their perspective, if that makes sense. Like the toxic family is going to do things to get them to perceive it in the way, even though it's irresponsible and it's morally wrong. They're trying to shift the narrative as to where they actually support their irresponsibilities. I hope that makes sense. Hey, Courtney, Dakota. We have perseverance, and they was just very, what's the word? They were consistent with it. They were very consistent with it in regards to ensure that no one knew the family secret. The family secret is that they are interbreeders. They're intimate with other, that's what they do. Well, that's what they have done. And you stepped away. I'm going to read this again because this was an actual channel message that I wrote down before I came on here. So I said they didn't want to get exposed, so they had to do something when they realized that you spoke truth. As I mentioned, you were always speaking truth when you were very young. No matter where you go, no matter who you spoke to, it was always the truth, okay? Like people can count on you to tell the truth. They did not like that because your truth always exposes in regards to the lies that they tried to hide. This is why you may have felt very abused or not nurtured or unnurtured by this toxic parent or family here, is because they really resent you for, number one, actually being able to speak the truth. And then number two, as you speak the truth, you always draw a crowd with the truth that you speak. Whether that's in a work setting, whether that's in a friend setting, whether that's in a school setting, etc., etc. You always set the bar high when you come with the truth, and people can't stand that about you. They look at that as a form of a threat, which is very odd. How is speaking truth a threat? How is speaking truth a threat? This doesn't make sense, but whatever. Playing safe. Aha. So playing safe landed on top of irresponsible and support. And at first, initially, they were playing it safe. They wanted to see how far they can go. Yeah, they wanted to see how far that they can go. So this toxic mom or toxic dad could have been partiers when you were growing up. You may have been left at home while they went to parties, or they may have had house parties where they may have drank a lot when you were growing up. I don't know. It's kind of giving me like Al Bundy and was it Married with Children? It's kind of giving me that vibes. That could be somebody's favorite TV show, but that's what popped up. Like that family was not really together. They kind of did their own thing. Like they just lived underneath the same household, but it didn't really feel like the love was there. Like the sister was just in her own world. The brother was in his own world. And everybody was just in their own world. It's just, I don't know. But anywho, so irresponsible support and playing safe. So they were playing it safe for us to kind of see how far that they can go with their foolishness. I'll put it in that way. And once they realized that they were able to secure a friend or get a friend, and they get close to this friend and they do things irresponsible with them, this mother or father is very treacherous. Very, very treacherous. Very. Take what resonates. Listen, please. Okay? It's already hard enough for me I have to channel message through and through. Listen to what I said. I said it's a collective read. It's not going to resonate. Please. At least give me that, boo. Please. Everything I mentioned is not going to resonate with you. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Help me help you, please. That's all I ask. This is what helps you, and please don't take this the wrong way. I promise I'm not saying it rude or disrespectfully, but it really requires for you to listen to what's being stated before responding, because that also helps with decisions. I'm just turning that into a gem or a nugget for you, okay? I'm not trying to come at you or anything like that or put you on the spot. I'm just using it as a teaching moment, okay? Just want to make that clear. But seriously, it's really important, especially when you are ascending or evolving. It's very important to listen sometimes. Don't make, just become silent. Silence and listen is the same letters within the word. All you have to do is just turn it around. You're going to get silence and you're going to get listen. And you need these two words to work together in order to hear the message. So that's all I'm saying. So everything is not going to resonate with you. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay? So we have grudge and we have poor investment here. So with the poor investment and the grudge here, dang, I lost my train of thought. It's going to come back. Someone's name is Anita or Suzanne. Then I'm hearing the name Brooke, B-R-O-K or B-R-O-O-K-E. So with poor investment and grudge here and playing it safe. So yeah, they were initially playing it safe in regards to their irresponsibleness around other people. And when they felt that people support them being irresponsible, this is where they came in with the poor investment. Once people were aware, because things start to go awry when they may, and this is a toxic mother or toxic father that I'm speaking about here, when they're making friends, everything is cool. Their friends may have came around. Go back in time when you were in your childhood, okay? So remember, because everything is going to all come together for you. So going back to your childhood, if you have had a mother or have had a father or your guardian who you grew up with may have liked to party all the time, may have been underneath the influence, underneath all the time, this message is for you. They had a poor investment here, and more so they created grudges against the friends that they connected with at the time. The reason being they grew grudges against a friends or family is because they became aware in regards to the poor investment that they were putting into the connection. If that makes sense, so I'm gonna break it down. So this toxic mother, toxic father would specifically salt out people that they can kind of like take advantage of in an inappropriate way or an irresponsible way. That's a part of their family secret, right? They don't live a truth, they live lies. You were aware in regards to what were happening, but yet you were young. But because of the strength of your truth, you were a target to them because of the truth that you spoke. So they hold a grudge only on you. They also hold a grudge on other individuals that were aware or found out the true nature or identity of this toxic mother or toxic father. That makes sense? So with reality check here, it's now bringing them shame because now everyone is seeing it like the bigger picture that it needs to be, or it is. Hey, y'all. Hey, Shantae, Sharonique. So the reality check here is the shame from them being irresponsible. They thought people support that, but they did it in a very inconspicuous way. They did a lot of harmful things towards people. So when they were friends with somebody, the next 2-3 months later, they're like, "Oh, we got into an argument. You were like, and you're little, but your emotional intelligence was also heightened back then because you were a very nurturing person back then." And they kind of like pushed that aside. You may have tried to hug this mom or this dad, and they pushed you aside. They didn't want you touching them at all. And they really proved that point by actually, for some of you guys, physically placing you in harm's way. So that's the reality check in regards to what you've experienced. But more reality checks are coming up as well, too, in regards to what they experience. And that's why they're holding a grudge against you specifically, because they feel like that you're the one that opened up Pandora's box. You did not. Despite you speaking truth, they opened up Pandora's box. They're the one that wanted to tap into the unknown to do harmful things towards you without you even being aware that they were trying to do it towards you. That's Pandora's box. Going after something and you have no idea what the outcome could be, meaning you. Take that how that resonates. And they made a poor investment against the so-called grudge that they had, and they failed miserably. So now they're in this reality check that they can't handle. What does that have to do with you? Hey, Brian, what does that have to do with you? Again, they're using your traumas to hide their family secret. Well, where did the traumas come from? From them. But yet they're trying to get you to take the scapegoat for the traumas that they created for you. And you're trying to talk about the traumas that they created for you. And they're trying to harm you because you're trying to speak about the traumas that they created for you. And they're doing everything possible to scapegoat you from the trauma that they created from you, from the family secret. It's like, it's it really is an energy drain. That's exactly what it is. They want you to be like, "Oh my God, I can't take it," and stop. That's how they want you to be for speaking truth in regards to the nastiness they're doing. The filth that they're doing. They want to penalize you for the foulness that they doing. Look, it's a external influence. The external influence were the other family members, the other friends and their co-workers, or whatever the case may be. Their community of people was the external influence because they were afraid of the truth of the change of your truth. They were afraid of the change of your truth. So they started to socially condition their circle of friends and family to go against you. So how do they get them to go against you? By them starting, "You ain't, and you'll never be, and that ain't true, and you're telling a lie. What did I tell you about lying? And you doing nothing but speaking nothing but the truth." But they got to scramble your mind to make it seem like you doing something wrong just by telling the truth. So they started to get you to turn into them by insulting you. They're insulting your intelligence. your DNA, your makeup, how you look, your body weight, your hair, your whatever, however, your glasses, your face, your nose, your whatever, however. Everything that they could do to lower your self-esteem because you need confidence to speak truth. You do. Oh, you need confidence to speak truth. Because if you don't have the confidence, it's going to be very hard for you to speak truth. So you need the confidence to speak truth. And they knew that you were very confident in regards to what you were saying, because everything that you said always came true. And that spooked them too. So by you keep speaking the truth since you were a very young person, they started to project at you, started to make you mad on cue, confirmation. It was a complete set. It was a setup, a deliberate setup to use you as a scapegoat for the family secrets that they created. They created it. Oh, man. Yeah. What's that one, boo? Fear of your power. The truth is in the power, or the power is in the truth, if that makes sense. And they were very afraid of it. They were afraid of what you were going to say. And it's power in what you say because there's truth, or there's power in truth. It is. Imagine putting truth among social conditioning. What do you think is going to happen? People that were conditioned to do a certain thing for a very long time, and all they know is just a lie, right? And then you come along with some kind of different new point of view, which is the truth, which is proven, shown, factual, like you have evidence supporting, and you just come along and you state or do something, and it's like it breaks it up. This social conditioning. The truth breaks that up. And this mother and father here had a group of people that were socially conditioned to be okay with their irresponsibility as to how they treated people and did things towards people. That's why they needed the support. So if they had more people supporting their irresponsibilities coming up against you, you would have no choice but to succumb to the social conditioning. Checkmate. I know they can't stand me. Baby, you gotta rock the boat. I'm telling you, I'm gonna rock that muff. You gotta rock that muff. I'm telling you. Do you hear how elaborate that is, though? Since you've been a child. Like, seriously, since you've been a child, this has been elaborately created for you to fail. To socially be conditioned to their ways, to their negative ways, to their foul ways, because they didn't want other people to be aware. Well, if everyone else is on board with them and you're the only one left that's not on board, it shouldn't be hard to take you down. Wrong. Again. Wrong again. That's why the external influence was so harsh around you. People talking about you, people trying to argue with you, people trying to fight with you. They're fighting you based on the fear of your power. They are afraid of you. They don't even know why they're afraid of you. They just know that they're afraid of you. That's why they come in huddles. Social conditioning, external influence. That's why they come in like that for you. Against one person's grudge of irresponsibility. They want to penalize you for not being able to do and be like them. Why do you have to be like that? I don't get it. I don't want to be negative. I don't want to argue. I don't want to fight. I don't want to do those things. Why do I have to do those things? Why can't I be peaceful? Why do I always got to argue and fight? Why? I don't want to do those things. I don't want to be socially conditioned to argue and fight. I don't want to. And And they mad about it. How are you mad? I don't want to argue with you. What? That's crazy. They're literally oppressing you to be like them, pushing you to be like them, and then getting mad when you say no. Like, what? They tripping. My goodness. What else, Spirit? So you may have became bottled up or numb at one point in time because it was just too much. Every day, over and over and over and over, to remind you that you should not speak truth. Stop speaking truth. And they showed you in so many different ways to the point where you just bottle up the numbness that they push onto you. So when they continue to push it onto you, it got to a point where it didn't even affect you anymore. Ancient history. And it actually created boundaries. It sure did. They inflicted so much onto you that it actually created a boundary from the history that was created from all this foolish things. Pride. It says pride. I mean, enough said, the pride is what got them in trouble. They had too much of it. Remember, they're the one that's hurting people. They're the one that's doing things to people, not you. And they holding a grudge against you because you won't be like them. Your own family. They thought because you're the only one telling the truth, it would be easy to drown you out. No, the truth sticks out for a reason, heifer. Like what? The truth sticks out for a reason. Once it's out, it's out. You can't unsee it. It's there, you know? We have hopelessness. Now they feel hopeless. Because everything's out in the open. That's their fault. Ooh, that water's good. Yeah, they lost faith. Yeah, they lost faith. The lack of commitment in regards to trying to beat you or trying to keep you quiet. I still don't understand why should you be penalized for speaking a secret? I mean, if you're doing something, you shouldn't hide what you're doing. That's how I feel. Only people that are doing something odd or off or weird, they're going to hide it. Why are you hiding it? But then when you get around other people, you want to put on a show. You want all the attention on you. Which one is it? Which one is it, Karmic? They brought this on themselves because they don't know how to chill. They don't know how to just be. No, they want to keep doing things to prove a point. And proving the point grew into really dark family secrets because no one told them to chill or no one told them to stop because people were aware. You were aware, you were speaking since you were young. But every time you spoke, you got reprimanded for speaking up. It's desperate. Desperate. Now they're becoming desperate. What happens when a person becomes desperate? They're angry at you. They're very fidgety with you. They're very oppressive towards you. They want to put hands on you. They're going to do everything possible. Bad vibes. Because I mean, I'm not, the damn cards is talking for me. Bad vibes and lies. They're getting bad vibes because they feel like people are onto them because of the truth that you speak. So they're getting bad vibes from the lies that they spoke. But again, I thought their lies were the truth because they keep saying that they're the truth. Yet they kept or keep calling upon the truth. Now, when the real, raw, authentic truth pops up, i.e. you, they can't handle it. Then why call upon the truth if you're not ready for it? Why do something that you're not ready for, despite what that is? All they want is quick, fast, microwave results in regards to the foolish things, the foul, dark, foolish things that they're doing. And because it's not working anymore, now they're desperate. What does that have to do with you? Why do you have to be put in harm's way? Because they don't know how to stop their foulness. That's what's upsetting me. It's like there's no regard for you because well, they just speaking truth. Well, we gotta get them stop speaking truth. They messing up everything. How are we messing up? You're nastiness. You know what? Lord, Father, Lord, let me hush. Let me drink some water, Lord. We have a male here. Okay, so take it how it resonates. That is sad. Okay, we have a man here, masculine energy, that is sad about the future. They're realizing their future is alternating or is shifting. Okay, their future is shifting. I literally just summed this up. So this is a person that's a middle class. We have dystopian. So they may feel they live in a dystopian, but they're middle class. So they may be trying to keep up with the Joneses. Then we also have uneducated. Okay? Uneducated in this instance here is that they make uneducated decisions. This is not really book smart. This is more of like logical when it comes to life. And they're not logical when it comes to life. They're emotional when it comes to life. So we have an optimistic versus nature. So they take their optimism in a different way versus nature. Like with nature, things are with the flow, go with the flow. You can't rush nature. I'll give an example. I took a picture earlier about my green beans. And I've been growing now, I think maybe about a month and a half now, I believe. And I was waiting patiently because I can't rush earth. I can't rush the plant. So when I went outside this morning, I just looked at it because it wasn't there yesterday. That's how quick it grew. And I took a double take and I was like, well, hold up, I got green beans. So I say all that to say, you can't rush nature. And with optimistic versus nature, they were very, 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 very optimistic that they could go against nature. They were. That's why they were so uneducated about it. Somebody's watching Wheel of Fortune. I love these dice. Shout out to Sierra. Thank you, boo, for this recommendation. Them dice is pop. But it's a male here that's sad about their future. They're in the middle class and they have a different point of view when it comes to their future because of the uneducated, optimistic decision that they decide to make against nature. Yeah, obligation. The obligation here is lies. And then we have self-sabotage. Yeah, it was like they were obligated to change your perspective. Oh, yep. Dang, these cards are good, man. Wow. We have perspective and blind spot. This is some great cards. Oh man, this is great. I gotta find the company. This is some great cards here. But anywho, we have blind spot and perspective. Um, they felt like they were obligated to feed you lies and to also change your perspective by hiding in your blind spots. So, when you can't see in your blind spot, you kind of have to, you know, take your time until you're able to see. You don't make a decision if you can't see. So like if you're driving and a car's in your blind spot, you don't go to the next lane. You wait a bit until the coast is clear. Then then you drift over, right? It was like they wanted to be in your blind spot so they can always be in control of your perception when it came to lies, not truth. Yep. Lack of, what's that? Lack of accountability. Yep. That's what they lacked. Accountability. And they were also insincere with the individuals that they were around. Like, I'm pretty sure these family and friends of theirs, they have stories too. But most may have went ghost or just kind of like moved far away and just they're traumatized. This mother, father could be poly as well. That could be something that they hide until they feel comfortable. So again, if they're amongst friends and things of that nature, they may kind of try their luck. It could be swingers. Yep, Fantasyland. Yep. So they have a lot of fantasies. Yeah, this mother or father is they're into intimate things, but darker things. So they have like a sex addiction. This mother or father, they do. It's really bad. They don't know. They don't care who it is. Wow, it's bad. We have hurtful events and adapt and thrive. So after people like went through experiences with this mother or father here, they just adapt and thrived. Yeah, it's really bad. Trying to be as easy as I can because I don't want to trigger y'all as much, but it may be triggering for some of you guys, okay? But this is what's needed for you to heal yourself, okay? Let's see, what else, Spirit? So after people went through like torturous events or just really bad events or experiences with these individuals, they just learn how to adapt and thrive and just kind of leave it behind. Yeah, look, so we have On Your Own in New Worlds. Yep, that's exactly what some of you guys did or however it resonates for you after the hurtful event or what they may have done after the hurtful event. They learn how to adapt and thrive so that way you can go to a new world or you're on your own. So that basically means that you may have moved away from these individuals. You may have disconnected from these individuals. So have the other individuals that had experiences as well too. It's like you wanted to create like a whole new identity and you kind of want to put it behind you, but it follows you because they knew that you were aware in regards to what they have done towards other people. So they kept a close eye on you because they want to make sure that you never expose what they have done towards other people. So when you moved away from them, for the ones that resonate, of course, if you move away from them, whether it's a town, a city over, a state, a country, whatever the case may be, that was not on their bingo card. It wasn't. So when you did it, they panic here. And this is when it got really out of control, more so obsessively controlling or out of control, to where more people start to have eyes on you based on the lies that they were saying because you're not around, right? So if you're not around, well, then they can create a narrative or a story to spin it in a way where they can have people to be socially conditioned. Here we go. Here we go. We're going back full circle. They want people to be socially conditioned to have a grudge against you. Yeah. Who is that? Let me get him out of here. Okay. Yeah, they wanted you to be socially conditioned to have a grudge against you, so that way their family secret could stay quiet. That's what they did. Yep, that's what they did. And now they feel shame about it because of the bad vibes that they had. You had to leave, yeah. So either city, the state, the country, whatever, however, you had to leave. Like your life depended on it. And at the time, you weren't even aware. Yeah, you was just transforming and rising. When you moved to a different state, new city, new town, whatever, that's what you were doing. You were transforming, you were rising up out of harm's way because of you placing yourself in quiet time, or more so meditation. What's the word? Quiet time, Yeah, Pathfinder. They were so arrogant with you, but they were the guilty one. Again, they were trying to make you come off as you were guilty for speaking truth. Okay, like what? Just because you're guilty doesn't mean you're in trouble. Because if you speak the truth, how does that make you in trouble? That's the truth. How, why am I getting in trouble for the truth? That's what it is. You're not making it up. No, here's proof. Here's evidence. That's the truth. The truth always have evidence. The truth always have facts. You can always put something together to make it really factual, whatever that truth is. Now with lies, you gonna have to be a little, you gonna have to finagle a little something. You gonna have to finagle it a little bit to make it work in your favor. But who want to keep doing that all the time? That's tiring. Let me just tell you the truth. Yeah, yep, shit. No, no. However, just tell the truth. My goodness. Just tell the truth. Someone's name is Momo or Muhammad. So look, planning phase. You got planning phase here. They were planning since you were young. You may have had busted lips, a busted face. You may have had to go to doctors. They may have lied to doctors about how you felt. They did a lot to you because of your truth, man. Thank you. They did all this because of the truth that you spoke. It was so cutting edge, your truth. It was so above your time, or wise. What's that saying, child? Wise beyond your age. Wise, Lord. Wise beyond your age. Or wise beyond your years. Whatever, child. Shit, I don't know everything. Wise beyond your years. Yeah, you got it. Yeah. So they always felt like that they had to stay 10 steps ahead of you because you were wise beyond your age. But they didn't want you to know that. Again, they're trying to socially condition you to think that lying is okay. Just say no. Are you home? No, just tell them I'm not home. But you're sitting right there, tell them I'm not home. Like something like that. Just an example, of course. somebody come to the house and they owe money. Such and such here's for the money. Okay, tell I'm not here. Okay. Then you'll say, my mom says she not here. But then you get in trouble for it. You see what I mean? So your truth was just, it was too much. Thank you. See, y'all get it, right? Y'all get it. Come on, Spirit. Don't do me that. What's up, boo? Tell me what else. Man. Wise counsel. Yeah. Yeah. How about no? Let's get you out of here. Okay. I ain't gonna lie, it really feels good to block. Blocking is like one of my superpowers. Or my super petty powers. I love to block. It feels so good when they're just typing and no one would know what they're saying. I think that's just the ultimate silent clapback, man. And it just sometimes just be having me in tears. Man, these people something else, child. I ain't gonna lie, I love it. Love, love, love. Especially when they text in mid-sentence. You be like, block, I ain't got time to read that. They be pissed. You go fight with Blocky. Somebody name could be Blocky. I'm hearing Blockhead. That's what I'm hearing. You could have been watching that, what's that movie? Minecraft, I believe. Look, I ain't making this up, y'all. Y'all are so protected. Did I say more? I can, but did I say more? You're protected from the wise counsel that you're connected to. So every time you connect to wise counsel, source, spirit, God, Jesus, universe, etc., it's like you are protected as you're getting counsel because it's sacred. The information you're receiving, the messages that you're receiving is between you and your source, your creator, but it's a sacred connection, if that makes sense. That's what makes it so protected. So anyone that does not have a sacred connection with, your source, it doesn't end well for them. Like, how you going to try to destroy the connection between you and source? That's crazy. How you going to do that? So I'm going to use what LaShonda says on YouTube. She states, sometimes silence is your demise. Yes, sometimes. But what I was referring to in this particular live here is that when it comes to learning new things, it's important to remain silent at times. Not all the time. Like, just sit with the information, let it marinate. You know what I mean? Digest the information. Take your time with the information, because once you write it down or once you're able to sit with it, the first time you may not receive anything, but the second time you come back around or you do it again or you revisit it again over and over and over, you're always going to receive a new insight or new perspective from that one message that you wrote down or, revisited. That makes sense? So that's what I was referring to when I said it's really, in this instance here, it's important to become silent so you can listen to the messages. So it wasn't like a dig or anything like that, but I don't disagree with you, but that's what I wasn't referring to is what I'm saying. So. Oop. Uh-oh. All right, so we have on demand. Hey, I'm Deb. Hey, Deb. See? Yes. So, where are you? Tamara Huggins says on YouTube, stop someone's connection to source. Yeah, that's possible. Gossip, You know, every morning you sit down and you sit in silence. Well, if you get a phone call at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning and it's gossip, you're gonna take that. So now you miss your wake up call to do whatever you do, your morning thing, your prayer, your mantras, your affirmation. So you forget. Then something else pops up. All these different distractions pop up. It could be a person, it could be a place, it could be a thing, it could be an object, it could be whatever it could be, right? And they're doing all of these things to get you further away from the energy of source. It's just more so source or self. If that makes sense. So if you keep forgetting what you need to do for self, you're going to neglect yourself over time. And yeah, so they can disconnect you. But if you're protected, meaning you're connected to it, there's a protection because of the connection that you have. If you're connected, you're going to be protected. If you're not connected, you're not. It's truly that simple. You're going to feel it. You'll know. Because the wise counsel of this energy or source energy is guiding you to stay protected. So it's going to work hand in hand. The messages are given to you to protect yourself. Hey. Create a new identity, roots of success. Create a new identity, roots of success. So okay. So they're trying to successfully create a new identity for self because people are aware as to what is going on. They're trying to like save face, or they're trying to get out of town or get out of Dodge. I'm hearing Drew Hill. We have Harmony's call. Embrace equality and pursue justice. Keep an open mind as answers unveil your path to balance. That's literally what it says. Romance's call. Or I'm sorry, Harmony's call. Romance call. Somebody's going to call you. Somebody that loves you is going to call you. Somebody that loves you is going to call you. Who is that? We have marriage. Hold on, let's see. Ew, somebody coming to propose? Ew. Somebody trying to come back to propose. Ew. Ugh. Because they want money from you. Ugh. It was a wealthy person that's not wealthy anymore. Yep, they're a false person. That's who's trying to get in contact with you. It could be a feminine that's in, it could be a woman that's in masculine energy too. So take it how it resonates. A child may be calling you. We have pathway here. A child may be calling. Yep. Changes are coming surrounding a child. A child may call you. Expectation changes. Yep. Yeah. It's like all this is gonna be like a blur. It's like, it's just odd. Like it's like it never happened. Like once all this ends, it's like it never happened. Like you won't remember it. Thank you. Yeah, thoughts, you won't remember it. Yeah, somebody trying to come back to marry you. They're thinking about getting an engagement ring or for what out the bubblegum machine. Like, and I mean, y'all don't take it the wrong way, okay? Just no. Okay? No. Only ring I'll accept that from is my son's, okay? Not from no. We don't need no bubblegum ring, okay? Them little 50-cent little thing, them games with the little 2 quarters you put in. No, we don't want that. No. We don't want that. Oops. Yeah, they're angry at you anyways. Yeah, they come back for forgiveness, child. She said, I can't stop laughing. Yeah. This is family that wants to come back and ask for forgiveness because you know what they did and you're very vocal about it. So if they can't beat you, join them. But you know our motto, if you can't beat us, you can't join us. Yeah, collective. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you know how Chef be like, yeah, Chef. Yeah, Chef. Fuck with the bull, you get the horns. Yeah, Chef. Like that. Because they going through karma. They're in extreme. They are in a extreme connection with karma. Man, they're in a real toxic connection with karma, man. I cannot. Oh man, they're such dweebs. I swear, they're such a dweeb. Lord, child. Man. It's giving like, I'm melting, It's giving that. It's so scary. How are you scared of your own karma? That's crazy. Look, sources in reverse. There's no protection from source. But they're in this severe karmic connection, though, relationship, and they can't get out because there's no source. You were the key to source, and they didn't want it. They didn't want to live in truth. They wanted to live in lies. But they wanted to destroy your life by getting you to live in lies, and that's a no-no. Nope. You can't make a decision for how another person lived their life. They got to live it how they got to live it. And they did a lot in trying to shift your life. Try to get you off the golden path, and this is what you're learning. They wanted you off the beaten path or the golden path. By physically harming you. Yep. By physically harming you. Yeah, you're going to get communication from children. Yep. Positive. That's the message to pass on. You want to get a message. Yeah, look, man, it's a message of guidance, happiness, freedom, message of forgiveness. Yes, you're going to be reunited. If you're not with a child, you're going to be reunited. If you're not with children, you're going to be reunited, okay? Look, it say love. Reunion. Okay. Dang, I need some more water. This spring water is so good, y'all. Oh, thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the rose. Oh, you're welcome. So we have repression. So they could be trying to backtrack or repress what they stated or regress what they've stated. Someone's name is Brittany, Demetrius. Someone's name is Sean, S-H-A-W-N or S-E-A-N. Someone's from Kingston. Someone's from Antigua. I'm also hearing St. Kitts, St. Bart's, a lot of islanders. We have Cloak and Discuss. I'm also hearing Cheyenne, Wyoming, Compton, Sacramento, Fresno, Albuquerque, I'm hearing Las Vegas. I'm hearing Reno. Someone's name could be Reno, Nevada. Someone's name is Destiny, or your destiny is safe. Someone's name is Maurice. I believe I said Maurice. Someone's name is Isaac or Eisenhower. Someone's name is Nancy or Monique. Someone's name could be Ida, Irish, Irish Cream, Ironic. Someone's name is Eric. Could be with an A instead of an E. So like Eric could be like an A-E-R-I-C or something like that. Someone's name is Eric, but it starts with an A. Or like Erica starts with an A-R-I-C-K-A or something like that. It's spelled very unique. Someone's name is Aaron, Winston. I'm hearing Winthrop. I'm also hearing Winthrop Station, which is in New York. I think off the 2 train, I believe. Disappearing Acts. Hey, how you doing? Hey, Miss Silver. Is Miss or Mr.? I'm sorry. Mr. Silver, I'm sorry. How you doing? I'm sorry about that. All right, so yeah, they have disappearing act. They're trying to cloak and disguise behind you, thinking that you're going to give them another turn or another opportunity to come back. But it's not working in that way. Yes, I apologize. I'm sorry. What is that? Hypnotic. Yeah, so now they're hypnotized by your truth because of the type of truth that you're speaking. Yeah. The experience. We got woke and we have ripple effect. Someone's name is Winona. Someone could be from Daytona. I'm also hearing Erickson. E-R-I-C-C-S-O-N or E-R-I-C-S-S-O-N. Erickson. Someone's name is Naomi. I'm hearing the name Gunlap. G-U-N-L-A-P. Is that a word? Or is it G-U-N-D-L-A-P? Gunlap? G-U-N-D-L-A-P or G-U-N-L-A-P? That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing Reese, Reese's. I'm hearing Francois, Francis, French, French tips. Someone's name is Monica, or you're learning how to play the harmonica. Someone's learning how to play the ukulele. That's cute. All right, someone just stubbed their toe. You may have stubbed your left toe. It may be broken or fractured, but you're going to need medical attention because it's hurting like really bad. You like stub your toe, or it's either fractured or it's broken. But I heard go seek medical attention. That's what I hear. So I don't know who that's for. Oh, thank you, Monique. Thank y'all for the shares on TikTok. It's surely appreciated. But you coming off as a you coming out the top dog. You coming out as top dog. You're emotionally intelligent. Yeah, and they can't handle that. They can't handle the fact that they did not beat you or they can't beat you here. But in all seriousness here, I'm going to go back to that note that I mentioned. They use your traumas to hide their family secrets, and to be honest, that was a very dangerous thing that they could do, because you could have been really hurt, like out of here, like, and I'm gonna keep saying that. You could have been out of here because of lies, and you've been speaking truth since you were young. Someone's name is Arnold, or you could be eating the Arnold, God, the potato bread. Arnold's potato bread, or you love potato bread. It is good. Potato bread is really good. Or buttermilk bread, okay? Yeah, so because of your emotional intelligence, you're able to move forward to new beginnings. Somebody's eating Kix, or you're eating Cinnamon Toast Crunch, or somebody loves cereal, or you think about creating a cereal bar or a cereal nook in your house. Someone loves cereal, like love cereal. Like, it's this girl on Instagram. I think her name is Big May, I believe, or Ruckus or something like that on Instagram, and all she do is eat. And it don't matter what it is, she puts sour cream on it. Like, the love that she has for sour cream is unmatched. So I feel like somebody's like that with like cereal. Like, you would rather eat cereal if you could eat cereals. I don't know who that's for, but that's what I'm picking up here. You love your cereal. Hey, Shamika. Yeah, they were a tyrant based on the lies that they were saying here. Somebody like, Lord, excuse me, somebody like peas and dumpling, or peas and rice, or you made peas and rice tonight. What else, Spirit? What else? I think that's probably it. Mental health issues because they overindulged. They're mentally checking out because they overindulged in trying to set you up, and your truth hit really hard, right? So they got caught in the act. And while they're being caught in the act publicly, so here's the thing. Right now, privately, they're having a meltdown. But because everything is out now, they're caught in the act, and it's going to spill out into the public. So you're going to be celebrating quietly with your wish fulfillments while they're going through what they're going through. And you're just going to hear about it. Yeah, unresponsive. Yeah, you're going to hear about it. Yeah, they're not having a good time right now. Because remember, they were trying to beat you privately, but they wanted you to react publicly. So if they were able to get you to react publicly, they can scapegoat you for not only what they have done to you, but to other people. And this was the ultimate payback in their, I guess, in their cookbook, or their point of view, whatever the case may be. But it didn't happen in that way. They couldn't use your traumas to hide their family secrets. They're the one that created your trauma. They did. If they would have done right by you, none of this would have happened. You would not have had any trauma, and I'm pretty sure everybody would have been living a whole different life. You still would have been where you're going, but it would have been very different. Like, they would have been on board with you, So So we have inactive here. Yep. So you became inactive in their life and you just move forward. Yep, because they're exposed. Hey, Rich. Thank you. Thank you for the donut. Thank you for the gifts, y'all. All right, let's see. Let's say flings. This toxic mom or dad was so ruthless. They got people to resign from their job, man. They were so ruthless. I feel like these parents were like swingers or something. And I think that was rumored, but this is true. This mother and father always partied when you were young, always were having a drink when you were young. They didn't treat you right or anything, but when you were around other people, they gave you the world. But the moment that they left that person's house, they took back everything that they did and said for you while they were in front of that person. They took everything back. See, alliances is in reverse. They don't have any alliances because of people finding out what they've done to you. I'm going to stop right there. It says evidence. I'm just going to stop right there. Okay. All right, we have Leo, Capricorn, Capricorn, Libra. You're welcome. Sag, Taurus, Cancer, Leo, strong Leo. Okay, so if that resonates, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, thank you so much for the gifts. It is truly appreciated. Thank you for the shares, the shout outs. It's truly appreciated. And I'll see y'all next time. Thank you. Thank you, TikTok. Thank you, Instagram and Facebook. See you later. Yes, and y'all good over here? Okay, perfect. So I will see y'all on the next one. Thank you guys so much for being here. Y'all are truly appreciated. Oh, the dice didn't lie. Yeah. I'll see you on the next one. Love you guys. Take care and be safe.